Now, today, I want to talk about the most overlooked opportunity for YouTube in 2004. And I really think this is huge. This is something that a lot of people are missing, and I think you can take massive advantage of. So let's get into it. So let's start from the beginning, where this journey began for me. So basically, about 2 years ago, I got interested in driving more traffic to my sites. I noticed that I was getting quite a lot of organic traffic to my sites, but I wanted to look at alternative streams of traffic. So I was getting a lot of organic traffic from my YouTube channel, from Google, from word of mouth, and that was great. It was wonderful. And I was also getting some joint venture traffic or traffic from collaborations. It was fantastic. But I wanted to explore this whole area of paid advertising. And that's when my journey started. So I started looking at getting other people to do this for me. I actually hired someone to do AdWords for me. And it worked pretty well, but it didn't quite do it for me. Then I tried to do it myself, and that was just an absolute nightmare. It was so difficult. I just couldn't figure it out. Then I looked at hiring a couple more people, and the biggest problem for me was that I just couldn't make the return on investment work. The paying people to do it for me and then paying for the ads as well just made it too expensive, and it was just me trying to do it myself was just way too complicated. So I started looking at some other options, and I looked at Google AdWords, doing it myself. I looked at Facebook, doing that myself as well, and then a few other opportunities as well. So I wonder at this stage, you can probably guess. Actually, before I tell you about that, I want to make this interactive. So something I did last time that worked really, really well is that I made this really interactive. And I'm a really strong believer in if you get involved, you learn better. So you've got the comments area there on your right, and if you can interact with people there, leave a question there, whatever, get involved. But I want to raise the bar a little bit today. So I want to make this interactive, and I'm going to give away 3 things. I've got 3 giveaways here. The first one is a Splashio intro. So it's a nice little animated intro that you can add into your videos and just makes your videos look really hot. And so that's worth $47. That's the first one. The second one that I want to give away is a Splashio intro and an outro. That's worth $144. If you go to the site right now, that's how much you'd pay. So that's a second giveaway. So an intro, an animated logo, and you add it to your video, and your outro where you have a really cool call to action that you can add, and these work really, really well on YouTube. So that's the second giveaway. And the third giveaway, excuse me, is a Splashio pack worth $238 in value. And if I remember right, that's an intro, an outro, a lower third, and I think we're throwing in a segue as well. So 4 little video clips that we'll make for you, the Splashio business will make for you, that you can use inside your videos. So those 3 giveaways, and guess what? To be considered for these giveaways, I would love for you to do these things. And once again, this is designed to get you involved so that you can learn more. I know that when there's anticipation for this sort of thing, that you pay more attention and that you learn more as a better result. There's been a lot of study done on this. Just Google Zeigarnik effect and you'll understand exactly what I mean. So, to be considered, first of all, you have to get involved by leaving a comment. Please go ahead and leave a comment now. Say hi, interact with people, leave a comment, leave something valuable there, add to the discussion. I'd love to hear from you. Secondly, I would love for you to just like this video. If you like what I'm doing here, if you like the free information that I'm giving away and the value that I'm adding to the world and to the YouTube community, please go ahead and like that. I'd love to get more and more people seeing this as well. And then finally, also please do me a huge favor and share this on the social media. So there's just click on the share button below this video, and there's a whole bunch of options there that you can select from. Facebook works really well, Twitter works really well, Google Plus works really well. So as much as you can, please do those 3 things. So comment, like, and share. That's all I ask for you. And then towards the end of this, we'll have a draw. My assistant will have a draw on she'll look at all the comments, and we'll I'll give away those 3 giveaways towards the end of this presentation. But that's just really just to make this a bit more fun for you and to get you involved. So go ahead, stay interactive there, and I'll ask you some really targeted questions throughout the call as well, so that you can have a chance to leave a nice intelligent comment there if you don't quite know what to say. Okay, so what you're going to be learning about today. First of all, the number 1 problem people always complain about. And secondly, a new way to solve this problem. And then thirdly, a step-by-step plan to make this work for you. Now, I wonder at this stage, can you guess what I'm talking about yet? I've sort of let the cat out of the bag a little bit, I guess, but do you know what I'm talking about here? What is this big opportunity that I'm talking about? I'll give you a hint if you don't know what it is yet. It's not live streaming, even though that is a huge opportunity, but that's been going for like 2 years already on YouTube, so it's not for this year. This year, I think there's something different. Can you guess what it is? Go ahead, leave your comment, like, share, whatever. Get involved. Okay, so this is your chance to get involved there. Okay, so yeah, just leave a comment below and get involved and have a look at what other people are saying as well. So while you do that, check out our sponsor for the day. Okay, so actually, just before I show you the sponsor, this is just something, it's a bit of an experiment. I've created a little video ad of one of my businesses, and I just wanted to show you how cool this is, because you can do this live on YouTube. Now, just keep in mind, this ad, I just did this quickly last night. It's not really well optimized. It's about 30 seconds long, but if I were to have sponsors on here, it'll be about 30 seconds long, and this is something that you can do. Just another idea for you. So just have a look at our first sponsor. Want to spice up your videos a little bit? Give your videos an instant boost with Splashio. Select from a range of clips, intros, outros, and lower thirds. Just click and drag them into your videos. And to get yours made today, please visit www.splashio.com. How cool is that? If you like that, or if you like the idea of it, let me know about it in the comments area on your right, which is my left. Yeah, so I mean, you could do all sorts of things with live, but once again, I'm not here talking about live today. I'm talking about something else that I'm super excited about. So let's move on with our little presentation. Let's get into it. So what is this most overlooked opportunity for YouTube in 2014? I'm going to get right into it. And by the way, I'm going to have a time for Q&A as well, question and answers. And what I'll do is I'll try and have a combination between questions from you in the comments, but I'm running another experiment where I'm going to open up a Skype line specifically for this and get you to call in. And well, hopefully that works really well. So if it doesn't work, we'll just stick to the comments in YouTube. But that's something I'm really excited about. So what is this opportunity? What is this thing that I'm talking about and that I'm sort of teasing you about a little bit? Well, let's first look at this problem. The problem that we're all struggling with. Well, what is it? You can probably guess. What is the number one struggle that you might have now, or that you think most other people have with their online businesses, a business that's operating on the internet or that uses the internet? Well, from what I can tell, it is this: traffic. Traffic. Without traffic, you don't have a business online. Now, sure, it's got to be qualified traffic. It's not just any kind of traffic, but still, you need traffic to help you, build a list, make sales, run advertisements, whatever, build exposure. You need traffic. And, there's been a lot of solutions out there, like, organic traffic through Google or through YouTube or through Facebook or through word of mouth, whatever. There's been like the shared or borrowed kind of traffic through joint ventures or collaborations. And then there's the paid kind of traffic. Now, in the paid kind of traffic area, there's this massively overlooked solution. And this is what I'm talking about. So if you got this right, congratulations. Paid YouTube advertising. Now, this is so funny to me because this has actually been around for about 2 years. YouTube ads, or TrueView ads, has been around for about 2 years. I can't remember the exact date now, but it's been very interesting that it has been so overlooked. And there's a reason for it. I think there's a reason for it, and I'll get to that in a second. But this is massive, and perhaps you've seen it, and maybe you're thinking you've thought about using it, but you've had some resistance points for why you might not want to use it. Don't worry, I'm going to show you how easy it is. It really is a lot easier than you think. In fact, out of everything I've done for paid advertising, YouTube advertising is number one when it comes to easiness. So I'm going to share with you exactly what I mean. But why YouTube ads? You know, what's so cool about YouTube ads? Well, first of all, it's new. It's brand new. So, so there's a lot of opportunities with new things. Back in the day when Google AdWords came around, it was new. Traffic was very cheap. The clicks were very, very cheap. And the opportunities were just amazing. So YouTube is there now. YouTube ads. So it's new. There's a lot of opportunities there. Now, because of that, at the moment, there is very, very little competition. I'm just noticing there's a little bit of a delay here with my connection. But yeah, there's very, very little competition right now. And so what that means is that you can get in there, get very cheap traffic, and, hardly have any competition. That's a very, very cool thing. I wonder if my connection has caught up here. It doesn't look like it. I might have to just do something here to make this work. There's a little bit of a delay here. Okay, so the oversupply of ad inventory on YouTube means that you're getting cheap views and clicks. Currently, because it's so new and it's people think it's not for them, they think it's difficult to get into, whatever, they've got this oversupply of ad inventory, which means there's an oversupply, so the price comes down. So at the moment, you can get some very, very cheap views and hence clicks as well to your site. This is cool. Now, I'm not sure if you've thought about this. Let's see if this is caught up a bit. I might have to restart my desktop thing. Just give me a second. Let me just restart my desktop here so that it will be a little bit faster. Just give me a second. Okay, so I'm just closing that. Just give me a second here because there's some really cool stuff I'd love to share with you. Okay, so just take a second. All right, looks like we're back. Let's get to that. All right, hopefully this is a bit faster, the connection. All right, let's go play. So my apologies, there's just a little bit of a technical glitch here. It looks like there's a bit of a delay between my slides and what I'm talking about. So it looks like there might still be a delay, but let's check it out. So actually, it looks like it's back. Now, this is the thing that I've mentioned before. It's easier than anything else I've tried before. Really, I've tried Google AdWords, I've tried Facebook, I've tried banner ads, link ads, text ads, all these sort of things. And by far, the one that's easiest is the paid YouTube ads for me. And there is a method as well that does make it easier. And I figured it out, and I want to share that with you. So let's move on. So on YouTube, for YouTube ads, there are two types of ads. They've actually just simplified it. And get this, they're so new still that there are still many changes happening right now. And so they're still simplifying things and making it better, which is exciting. You can jump on board now and be part of that journey. But at the moment, they've simplified it to two types of ads. And it can get a little bit confusing, but I'll do my best to explain this simply to you. So the first type of ad is what's called in-display ads. Okay, so there's two types of in-display ads. Okay, just to make it nice and interesting for you, there are these ones that when you do a search on YouTube, you get these ad results coming up at the top, and you can identify them by that little orange ad rectangle there. So those are it's a type of in-display ad. They used to be called in-search ads, but these are now called in-display as well. They've grouped this one and the next one together. So that's the first in-display ad. The second one is what is it called? The ads that appear in the suggested videos area. So when you're watching a video on YouTube, it pops up there on the right-hand side at the top, and you can identify them with that little ad rectangle there as well. So those are the two in-display ads. The search ones, that when you're searching on YouTube, comes up at the top, maybe one or two ads come up at the top. And also when you're watching a video on the side, there'll be a little ad result there as well. In-display ads. Now, I don't actually use them that much, and I have my reasons, but I might talk about that a little bit later. So now the second type, which is the one that I really love, are called in-stream ads. And you definitely will have seen these. These are the ads that appear in front of videos. So when you're on YouTube, you watch a video, and you've got these little annoying little ads pop up in the front, and then a little skip box comes up. And you don't always get the skip box there. You've probably noticed that too. There are some of those ads that you're forced to watch for like 15 seconds. And yes, they are annoying. But there is, and you probably skip them most of the time, but there's a really neat way for getting people to click. And I'm not going to talk about that particular topic right now, but there's some really neat stuff that you can do with this, where you can get most people who watch that ad actually go ahead and click on it, which is quite unusual, but I'll talk about that at another time. So now this in-stream one is my favorite type of ad. Why is it my favorite? Well, for the main reason that you're getting people really engaged there. They're about to watch a video, and you've got them there. They're sitting there. They're waiting to watch the video, and it's very visual. That you can have video ad immediately playing right there, and very importantly, you can get clicks going directly to your website. With the in-display ads, what I don't like about them is when you click on them, it goes to a video still on YouTube, and then inside that video, you've got to send people to your website. So it's like a two-step process, whereas these in-stream ones, if you just click on the video at the moment, there's been some slight changes and different variations and ads there, but at the moment with most of them, if you just click on the ad, it can go straight to your website. And this is where you can get some really, really cheap, really mean cheap clicks, and because we're using video here, they're extremely targeted. This is super exciting, very, very exciting. I'm going to show you exactly how to set all this up in a second. Okay, so that's my favorite. So how to get started? I want to give you a bit of a step-by-step process here for how to get started with ads, because as I said, I really think this is very easy. It's a lot easier than you might think. And at first when you get to this, if you don't know anything about it, you might think, whoa, hang on, paid ads, whatever, do I have to pay money to get ads? But hey, if you can pay for your ads, listen to this. If you can pay for your ads and you can sell something on the back end and have a positive return on investment, why wouldn't you want to spend money on ads? And especially if you can get very affordable clicks, that increases your chances of getting a very good return on investment, which means it makes it so much easier to spend money on ads. And, ads, paid ads, is so cool because you can get instant traffic. You can set it up like within an hour, say, depending on how much research you want to do. And depending on how quickly they approve your ad, you can start driving traffic to your site very, very quickly. How long does it take to drive traffic to your site when you've got when you're trying to start from scratch, or a new page, or a new squeeze page? If you don't have anywhere to start off from, it could take a long time to build organic traffic. With paid ads, boom, instantly. So let me show you a step-by-step process for how to do this. Now, step one, very, very important. Figure out who you want to target. This is the most important thing with paid advertising. In fact, with any kind of marketing, this is the most important thing. Figure out who it is you want to target first. And in fact, this is something that I've realized over the last couple of years. When you start paying for your traffic, you think so much more about how to make it work because you're spending money on it, right? So, and therefore, you think so much more about who exactly it is that you want to target. Because get this, the better you're targeting, the more people are going to click, and the more qualified your traffic is going to be, the more qualified your leads are going to be, and the easier you're going to make sales. That's just really as simple as that. You get the targeting wrong, nothing else matters. You know, you can spend so much money on traffic if your targeting is wrong and get zero results. So very important. Get the targeting right. So figure out exactly who it is you want to target or what behaviors you want to target. Okay, behaviors. So let me just show you what I mean. Now, the easiest way by far on YouTube ads is to do this. Is to target videos and channels using video and channel placements. So on YouTube, YouTube ads, you can find a specific video, maybe a video that's getting a lot of views, that's in your niche, and say, hey, I want to place my ad in front of that video. How cool is that? So for starters, you know that people watching that ad, they're already qualified, because why would they watch that video if they're not interested in that topic, right? So you know by default that they're already very targeted. So you're targeting an actual behavior here. They're watching that video because they're interested in that video. Now, if you know something about your target audience, you know that if the, let's give you an example. Say you're selling dog training courses, right? Typical example. If you find a video on YouTube about dog training, and you run your ad in front of that video, and this video is getting millions of views, everybody watching that video is going to be super targeted. So when you show your ad to them, they're going to go, hey, yeah, I am interested in video training. And if you've got a product that you promote to them, and they click on that video ad of yours, they're going to be super targeted. And your clicks are going to be very cheap, and your return on investment is going to be so amazing because of that. So that's the first thing. Figure out who it is you want to target, what kind of videos they're watching, what kind of channels they're visiting. There's been some changes recently where YouTube's made it harder to target channels, but at the moment you can do video targeting extremely easy. So let me show you actually how easy it is. So now I'm going to show you what you'd normally do, but there's been some really cool developments in what I've been working on over the last few months that I'll share with you a bit later on. But basically, okay, let's use a dog training one. So let's say I just do a quick search here for dog training. So this is happening live here, so there might be, glitches here, but just stay with me. So you can see here, there's a video here at the top. This one's had like 220,000 views. Now, if I click on that, let's have a look. Now look at that. This video has an ad in front of it. And guess what? This ad is about dogs. So the people doing the ads on this particular video are doing a good job with their targeting. So let me just go back here. So what I've just done there, I did a search on YouTube for my keyword area to find videos that my target audience is watching, right? Now what you can do is you can use those links from YouTube and show your ads against those videos. So what you'd have to do is go to YouTube and basically find all these videos. If you can right click on these and copy the link address, and if you want to, I guess, paste it in a text document. Let me just see. So theoretically you can do this now and go through YouTube, spend quite a bit of time on figuring out what it is that your audience is watching. It's not very difficult. It's just a bit time consuming there. And make a list of those links because you'll use it very soon. Okay, so that's the first thing. Figuring out, your target audience and what it is that they're watching. Okay, so that's the first most important step. So why this works so well, I think I've touched on that a little bit. Well, it works so well because people in general on YouTube, when they do a how-to search or something, when they want to find more information, they're watching a video because they want to, so because they're interested in that topic. So if you just put an ad there that relates to that interest, that's massive. So it's a shortcut. There are many different ways you can target people and audiences on YouTube. This is just a shortcut that we found, and it works like gangbusters. It works really well. And if you're just getting started with this is the easiest and quickest way of getting started, because you almost guarantee that the people watching it are very, very targeted. Okay, now step 2, create the actual video for your video ad. So you're going to need a video for these in-stream ads, and don't stress about it. If you've been following me for a while, you'll know how relatively easy it is to create these videos. These particular videos, they don't even have to be long, and I'll give you the tips for what I recommend for that in a second, but they can be very simple and to the point and help you get those results. And there are many other shortcuts as well that I won't be able to cover in this particular presentation today, but I'll share that with you a bit later as well. So create the video ad. So let me just give you some interesting things here. So main principle, KISS, as, that's not, that's one S, so it's not rude. So this stands for keep it super simple and short. That's what the AS stands for in brackets. So keep it super simple and short. Okay, very important. So let me show you what I mean. So now, when you do this right, you can actually get free clicks. One thing I haven't mentioned is that with these in-stream ads, I think they recommend them to be less than 3 minutes long, but I think you need even shorter than that. But normally they recommend below 3 minutes. But get this. You only pay for a view. This is why I like trivia ads. I forgot to say this, but you only pay for a view if people have watched 30 seconds or more of your video ad. Okay? You only pay for the view if they've watched 30 seconds or more of your video ad, or if your video is shorter than your whole video length, right? So if your video is only 20 seconds long, you'll only pay if they watch your whole video. But if your video is, say, a minute long and people only watch 28 seconds, you don't pay for that view. Now, I must give some credit here to some of my friends in the industry. Tom Breeze, Jake Larson, and Tommy Powers. These guys are just super clever guys with YouTube ads. I'm a total noob compared to these guys. So thanks, guys. They've helped me so much. I've gone through the course of the training, and I've talked to each of these guys. You can Google them, find information, follow these guys. They are just amazing. So credit to these guys for teaching me some of the stuff. So how do you do this? How do you get free clicks? So maybe I didn't say this, but if you only pay when people watch 30 seconds of your video, if you're getting a click on your video ad before 30 seconds is up, guess what? You get that click for free. And I did verify this. Now, it doesn't quite work that way, in the sense that you can get a ton of actual free traffic. You're still going to pay, because some people will watch your video for more than 30 seconds, and as a result, you will pay for those views. But it basically lowers overall your cost per click, which is very, very cool. Okay, now the first thing is make your video about 40 seconds long, no longer than that. 40 seconds is about the max. Grab their attention in the first 5 seconds. Very important. I mean, you've seen these skippable ads. You get 5 seconds before that skip thing comes up. Is it over here? The skip button. So you've got 5 seconds to grab their attention and to say, to convince them that they've got to watch your ad. Very important. So the first 5 seconds is the most important. You've got to grab their attention. Now, here's the thing. To get those free clicks, okay? Have your call to action at about 20 seconds, 18 to 20 seconds. So at around 18 to 20 seconds, you ask people to click your video to go to your website. Got it? So about 18 to 20 seconds before the 30 seconds is up, get them to click to go and visit your website. That way, if they click and they haven't watched the full 30 seconds, you'll get that particular click for free. Okay? There's lots of things you can do to optimize this, but I'm not going to go into this. I just want to give you this value bomb here. And by the way, if you're liking what I'm covering here, if you're thinking this is valuable, please say so in the comments area. Share this. Tell your friends about it. If you think this is valuable, let me know. Let me know, and let your friends know. Okay. So have your CTA at about 20 seconds in. And if people click before 30 seconds are up, you don't pay for that particular view, which also means you don't pay for that click. Okay. Pretty cool, right? Of course, it's very cool. I spend a lot of long days and hours to research this stuff for you, so that you don't have to worry about it. So I can just give you the shortcuts. So it is cool. It is very, very cool. And you can see why I'm so excited about YouTube ads, and why I think it really is the biggest missed opportunity by businesses in 2014. It really is. Okay, so I want to give you an example. I want to show you an actual example of a video ad that I just created the other day. It really didn't take long, and I can probably optimize this a lot more. I just want to show you how simple it is. It's about, I don't know, 30 seconds long, but have a look. So this is an actual example of a video ad that I created and that I used on YouTube as well. So have a look. Here we go. Interested in getting more traffic to your site? If yes, keep watching. If not, just click on the skip button right over there. Now, did you know that you can get a ton of traffic to your site using YouTube's video ads? There's a special trick to getting it right though. Join me on a live webinar where I show you exactly how to do it. To register, please click on the link at the bottom of this video. Okay, so just kind of pauses there and keeps running for another 10 seconds or so to, so that people can go ahead and click. But you saw that. It's very short, very sweet, simple, short. Keep it super simple and short, right? Keep it super simple and short. I hope you're sort of getting this excitement that I'm saying here. So that's what you can create a video ad like that. That particular ad, I can't remember now, but I do remember that the click-through rate for that ad was very high. So as you can tell, it's not super complicated. At the beginning, I grab their attention. I even say, look, if you're interested in this stuff, go ahead and keep watching. If you're not, click on the skip button. Because I don't actually want people to watch the ad unless they're interested, because then I'm just going to pay for the view, right? So it's another little tip there. Anyway, another value bomb there. If you like that value bomb, say so in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. I was going to have a quick look to see what the comments are up to at the moment. I haven't had a look for a while, so let me just refresh this page. So we've had, the comments are looking good. We're sitting on about 334 comments. Okay, so I just had a comment here from Frederick. Frederick saying, will be more valuable when I learn the cost, how much per click. Okay, standing by. All right, so yes, obviously, Frederick, there is a cost, and I'll talk about that in a second. But in general, we're getting between around 5 cents or 4 cents per view, and so it depends on how good your click-through rate is to help you figure out what the actual cost is per click. But that's pretty cheap, and this is for some very competitive. Would be otherwise competitive in other platforms like Facebook or Google AdWords. You can get some very, very cheap traffic from this. So we normally start our bids at about 4 or 5 cents, so it's not super expensive. It's actually very cheap, and that's the reason why we love it so much. Okay, so that was an example. So step 3 is to set up your actual ad in AdWords, and I'm going to actually show you exactly how I set it up so that you don't have to worry about it. I want to give you as much value in this presentation so that you can go ahead right now and start doing this for your own business. Seriously. Okay, so step 3 is to set up your actual ad in AdWords. So you do need an AdWords account for this to make it work. Without an AdWords account, it won't work. So the YouTube video ads are run through the AdWords platform. So if you already have an AdWords account, sweet. If you don't, go ahead, sign up. I think it's free. You just need a Google account to be able to set it up. And you might have to put some money in. I think you don't have to put the money in immediately. You can set up your ad first. Once you're happy with it, put some money in. You can choose how much you want to put in. Okay, so first thing is to log into AdWords, and then they kind of hide this. This is the other thing, that they're hiding it still, and that's probably part of the reason why it's not so big just yet, which is cool. You have to look for all video campaigns, and they've hidden it. Sort of, if you're inside your AdWords platform, on the left bottom, I've put a red rectangle there. Left bottom, it says all video campaigns. Now, click on that, and then just go through the steps. And I'm actually going to show you the steps now. Just before this presentation, I actually didn't have all the steps in there, and I thought, what am I doing? I can't just tell people just to go through the steps on their own. So I'm going to actually give you the steps. I'm going to give you the screenshots of what I do for setting up my campaigns. So first of all, once you're in there, click on the plus campaign button. And I'm just going to go through these quick because you can view this again afterwards at your leisure. It'll be on YouTube, so you can replay this any time of your convenience. Okay, so I'm going to go through it quick. So click on the plus campaign button, and then it'll open up an interface looking something like this. So first of all, give your campaign a name. Then decide on your budget for the day. And normally when I get started, we just do about $10 per day or $20 per day just to test things out. And once things are looking good, we might increase that budget. But just start slow, maybe $5, whatever, if you just want to see how things work. Now, where it says delivery method advanced, I didn't open that up for this particular window, but there's two choices there. Either they can spread it out through the day or they can accelerate it. Now, we've found that when you choose the accelerated one, that it seems to get better results. But, test that for yourself as well. It's very, very early stages for that, but we've certainly found better results when you accelerate the results, the views. Number 3, very important for the networks. Turn off YouTube search and also turn off include the Google Display Network. So only have YouTube videos selected. Very, very important. And then finally, on this particular page, locations and languages, select the countries. And I really recommend that you do select the countries that you want to target. If you're doing English-speaking countries, target all the main English-speaking countries, and just type them in there where it says enter a location to target or exclude a country. So very important. Don't just go for all countries. Very important to target the actual countries. Okay, excuse me. So next up, if you scroll down a bit, you'll see there's this thing called video ad. It says optional, but you can already put your ad on here. So this is where you put the link to your video ad. So you remember that example that I showed you of my video ad? You'll upload that video to your own YouTube channel, or it can actually be a video from anywhere on YouTube. It doesn't even have to be your own channel. And there is a way that you can do this even without your own YouTube channel. But I won't go into that right now. Okay, so here, just paste in the link of your video ad. And then what will happen is it'll automatically open, it'll look like this. It'll automatically put your ad in there and open up two more areas, the in-stream one and the in-display one. So, I can't show everything on my screen here. I'm just sort of scrolling down the screen as we go. So you see the first rectangle there, that shows your actual ad. And then the ad formats, you can just use that as the default one for now. Now make sure the in-stream one is selected, okay? It's the second rectangle you can see. Make sure it's selected, that it's checked, and then type in your display URL. So this is the domain name, the domain name for your website, and the destination URL. So a page on that website where you actually want to drive traffic. So this is your landing page where if people click on your ad, that's where they're going to go. So it has to be on the same domain as your display URL. Very, very important. Now, where it says companion banner at the bottom there, you can either use the automated generated image. We normally upload our own little image. And what will happen is on the right-hand side there, next to, if you look at the video ad there, on the right-hand side where it says companion banner, your ad will, your banner will show up there as well while people watch the video. So even if they might skip your video ad, your banner will still stay up there. So make sure you add that as well. Okay, next. Make sure you uncheck the in-display box. It'll just be below that. And then the next thing to click on is actually the device targeting, which I think is on the next slide. Yeah, so device targeting under advanced settings, where it says mobile bid, ADJ, whatever that stands for, decrease that by 100%. And all this will do is it'll just basically mean that your ad won't show on mobile phones. Now, at the moment, it's not as it's a little bit different for getting people to click on a mobile video ad. You can get them to click on the ad. By default, people don't even know that they can click on the ad, so you've got to do a few fancy things to make that work. But in general, we just turn the mobile off for now, which means your ads will only show to people on their desktops. Okay, so that's important. So decrease that by 100%. Once again, credit to like Tom Breeze, Jake Larson, and also Tommy Powers for teaching me this stuff. Some very, very cool stuff that they have to share. Okay, once you're ready with that, hit save and continue. And then we're almost done. Now this is where it starts getting really so awesome. On the next page, you can basically do your targeting. So this is where you select your audience. So first of all, add the name of your targeting group, and you know, it depends on your strategy here, but you can, what I normally do is if I have a bunch of videos that I'm targeting, I would say for a particular keyword phrase, so maybe if it was dog training, I'll find all the video links that relate to that keyword phrase, and I'll call this target then dog training dash videos, just so I remember what these links are about. Okay. Next, your bidding cost. So see there, we normally start at about 5 cents, 4 or 5 cents. I mean, you can try lower as well. But sometimes if you go too low, your ad doesn't actually start running. So you might have to increase it a bit and then decrease it again later on once your ads start running and you start optimizing it. There's a bit of detail here, but you know, just start with 5 cents. If it doesn't work, just increase it the next day. Okay. The last arrow there. Okay, so get this. This is where most people get confused. There's so many different ways of targeting people on YouTube. Keep it simple. Keep it super simple and short. So this is where the magic happens. There's this little box here that says under targeting, narrow your targeting optional. That's the second arrow down there at the bottom. So if you click on that, it'll open up a drop down like this, and then you'll see 4 options there: topics, remarketing, keywords, and placements. Ignore those first 3 for now. Just click on placements, and then this little window will open up, and then this is where you can type in or enter in your video ads. So remember how I found that ad for dog training before, and that link that I saved in my text document? This is the link, or set of links. I might have 10 links or 100 links or whatever. This is what I would paste into this area here, and then click on done, and then click on save targeting group. And that is it. So what'll happen then is your ad will go, it'll go into the YouTube monkey world, whatever. Someone will look at your ad, and if they like it, whatever, they'll approve it. It normally happens very quickly, but like sometimes very quickly, but within an hour in most cases, I'd say. Once they approve it, your ad is live and it'll start running. You start driving traffic to your site. You're done. And so, okay, maybe if this is the first time you've seen this, you might be going, whoa, my brain has been overloaded. Leave a comment in your comments area if you think your brain has been squashed here, or if you think this is pretty simple. Maybe if you're quite used to doing paid advertising and you've seen this now and you're thinking, hey, this is actually a lot simpler than I thought, or it's simpler than your current systems or methods that you're using. So leave me a comment. Tell me what you think, please. I'd love to know. Okay, so now there is a little bit more to it. You know, there's always more to a topic like this. You know, there are things like creating the right kind of ad. There are things like figuring out the right kind of targets. There are ways to optimize that, to streamline it, to cut down on your work. There are all this whole thing of optimizing your ads after you've made them live to help you get even better results. There's a ton of things you can do. So, you know, it's already 48 minutes into the hour, and we haven't even done question and answer yet. So, and I want to be respectful for your time. So there is more to it, but I can't, of course, cover everything inside this course. So how cool is that? I mean, this is pretty much the end. We're gonna get into some Q&A soon, and then also do the prize draw. We might do the prize draw before the Q&A, just to be respectful of your time. Okay, so your homework in the description area of this video. Actually, let me just give step 1. Check out the YouTube page on YouTube advertising. So YouTube actually has a really cool page that they explain all this stuff. It's amazing that you don't see this more often, but the link for it is below this video in the description area. If you click on that, that's YouTube's take on YouTube advertising, all the information they have on it. There's a ton of really useful stuff there. And when you see it, you'll get excited. Seriously, when I saw it, I was going, wow, this is cool. I didn't even realize this world existed. So make sure you check that out. Step 2, come to my next live event where I will show you some amazing shortcuts, some ways to really help you find your targeting much better, I'll show you a way where you can find 100 super targeted videos or channels like this instantly. So I'll show you a way to even make the whole video creation side really effortless. Like you don't even need you don't even need a YouTube channel for this. You don't even need your own video editing software to make this work. If you can type seriously and click with your mouse, you're qualified. So that's what I'm going to cover inside the next live event. Just give me a second. I just need to clear my throat a little bit. All right, so next up, well, mark this date in your calendar. So this is when the live event will happen. Tuesday, which is in a week's time from the live recording of this particular event, August 26th at 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Saving Time. So that's in the USA, not Australia. So Eastern Daylight Saving Time, Australia, USA, 7 p.m. Tuesday, August 26th. So mark that on your calendar already. It's in a week's time. From when this particular event that you're watching now is running, and I'd love to see you on there. Also, the link for this webinar is below in the description area. So if you want to join, you do have to opt in for this one. It's a little bit different. It's the second link in the description area right now. Go ahead, you can click on that and opt in for that. It's free. Only reason we're opting in is because I don't want to keep on sending a message to my whole audience if not everybody is interested in. So only for those people that are interested, click on that link and you can register already. Okay, so what's next? Now, live Q&A. I might give this a go first because we've got 10 minutes left. I'm doing something a little bit different here. You can call in with Skype. How cool is that? Now, this is a bit of an experiment, so I'm hoping this will work, but let's give it a go. Now, my assistant, if you're watching this, can you just make sure that the calls are actually, the sound is coming through for you as well, and come and tell me if it is, or if it's not, just come and give me the thumbs up. She's just in a different room right now. But what I'm going to do now, I'm going to give you the Skype handle. And sorry, it's not actually Gideon Live. Excuse me, that's the wrong one. The Skype handle is Ask Gideon. So my apologies. Ask Gideon. So let me just type that in here. So if you go to your Skype window and search for Ask Gideon, let's see if I can increase the size. So go to Skype and search for Ask Gideon as a contact. And then once you get on there, send me a little hi or something. I've got a question. Send me a little message. Say, I've got a question. I'll accept you as a friend, and then I'll get you on a call. So go to Skype. Let me type this in. Go to Skype and look for Ask Gideon. That's I've created a separate Skype account where we can chat, basically. So once again, this is a bit of an experiment, so hopefully this works. If this doesn't work too well, we will figure something else out. So I'm just going to go over to, hey, it's already working. People are already connecting. So David Neal, I notice you're there. Okay, so I might set up a call with you. Okay, let me just see. All right, so this might get interesting. So I might go just do not disturb so I don't get the noise. Okay, this is very exciting. Let me just make sure I've got everything. Okay, I think the next thing that I've got on the list is another excuse me, another sponsor. Okay, so there's another sponsor one. Once again, this is just a trial, and I'm just testing it out. But by all means, if you want to check out this particular thing, which is my website, go check it out. But I'll also clear my throat a bit while you're watching this and check out the questions coming through on Skype. And when I get back, we'll get someone live on the call, and we'll see how this works. All right, so here we go. Here's the second sponsor. Want the latest information on video marketing? Get free updates at my personal blog. Grow your YouTube audience. Drive targeted traffic to your site. and make sales using video. To sign up for free updates, please visit www.gideonshalwick.com. All right, how cool was that? Cool, right? Okay, so let me just get that Skype name up there so in case you've missed it. So go to Skype and look for Ask Gideon. All right, so I'm already seeing quite a few people here on my Skype interface. Okay, a lot of people have just come through. So I'll just take them as they've come in and see how we go. I might have to cut the questions short for a little bit and then do the prizes and then maybe come back to the questions if there's a ton more. Okay, so, excuse me, my voice is starting to play up a bit. All right, so David Neal, I'm going to plug in my earphones and get you on. So make sure you've got your, maybe if you've got earphones plugged in, that'll be good. And a microphone, that'll be very good. All right, so let's find out if this works. All right, here we go, David. So fingers crossed that this works for us. David, David, you might have to just turn down your speakers for your computer. Yes, so for everyone else listening, it'd be good if you've got earphones, otherwise there'll be a bit of feedback coming through from you watching the live presentation. So I've got David Neal with me. How you doing, David? All right. Okay, well, yes, I can. Perhaps give it a go. Tell me what your question is, and then I might mute you for my answer. Mm-hmm. Not that I know of. So the question is, if you missed that by any chance, is that if you're watching, if you're looking for an ad, a video to show your ad on, and you're looking at the views of that video, can you tell how many views they're getting in a specific region? I don't think you can do that. However, what you can do is on your YouTube ad interface and inside AdSense is target a specific area. So only people in that area who watches that video will see your ad, which is pretty cool. So if you're doing local advertising, that is very, very powerful. Does that answer your question, David? All right. Hey, thanks, David, and I'll move on to the next one. Thank you so much. Hey, hopefully this is working. I give it a thumbs up if it's working. If not, let me know. I'll have a quick look here at the comments just to make sure everything is working fine. I think maybe my assistant didn't quite hear me asking to see if this is working. So let me just see. No sound. Okay, so looks like the sound's not coming through. Let me see if I can fix this. I wonder if I can do this. Let me see. Aha. Now this one wasn't read before, so let's try that now. Excuse me. So let's try with the next one. So the question didn't come through, but let's try it with this one. Okay, next question is from David Vaughan. David, I'm going to accept you. And David Vaughan, there you are. And hope you're ready. Okay, ringing David Vaughan. David.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, thank you. I hope everyone else can hear you as well. I had to change the setting here. People couldn't hear the previous person. But give it to me. What question do you have?
So my question is, are these ads searchable through Google or YouTube, or is that why you turned that off? And is there a reason that you did turn it off, if that is the reason that you turned it off?
Right. So the question, if you didn't hear it from David, is that do these ads show in the Google network as well? And yes, they can show in the Google network. What we found though is when we have that selected, when we do show it in the Google network, display network, I think it's called. Excuse me. it doesn't work really well. You get a lot of views, but we hardly get any clicks. So what it tells me is that the views that you're getting are not very targeted. So we've been able to get best results when we only focus on YouTube. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Well, that's great. This is utterly mind blowing, and just I can't wait to get started with it.
Good stuff, David. And hopefully, if you can hear this, let me know in the comments area, everyone else. Hopefully it works. If it doesn't, I'll just repeat the question again for people. Thank you, David. Let's move on to the next question. So my assistant's just saying even the second question didn't come through. I don't know, because I made a change of settings. So let me just see. There's a bit of a delay, of course, with getting these comments from you guys. All right. So Frederick's saying you can hear the caller. Okay, great. So my setting worked. Okay, exciting. All right, let's move on to the next question. This is very, very exciting. Next question is Mark. Now let's accept Mark. And then let's do a quick call. Ringing Mark Geisler, I think. This is very cool. I can actually talk to people on Skype. Now, Mark, if you're there, pick up. Hey, Mark.
Hello. Hi.
How are you?
Good. I mean, I got you on the video. I got to mute the video here because it's coming through at a different time.
Yes, that's right. You got a question, Mark?
Yeah, actually, the question I had was one that was asked by one of the other listeners about the format you're presenting this webinar on today. Is there any reason you're using this format over a Hangout?
For this format, which is YouTube Live or live events on YouTube, the main reason I'm using it is because it gives me more control. It gives me more flexibility, so I can bring video streams in, I can bring audio streams in, I can bring in a Skype call like this, which some of it you can do on Google Hangouts on air, and it's a lot easier probably as well. But the other thing also that I love being able to do with live events is I can control the quality. I mean, it's a bit horses for courses. I think Google the live events is probably more if you're a bit more advanced. Google Hangouts on air is great if you're just getting started. It's super easy. You don't need any special gear or anything like that, or even any special software. It just works. So horses for courses. I know YouTube spend a lot more resources probably on the Hangouts on air. So it might be a better way, but I like the live events. It just gives me more control. So and I like having this sort of control. I'm a control freak.
Yeah, this format is great. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it.
Oh, good stuff. I'm so glad, Mark.
Thanks
All
a
right,
lot.
thank you so much. There's a ton more questions, so I'm going to let you go, Mark. But thank you for
take
the
care.
question. All right, so let's move on to the next one. Monty. Let's accept Monty and give him a call. Oops, not a video call. Sorry, Monty. I just want to do an audio call. Otherwise, it might kill my computer. Okay, calling Monty. Let's see. Monty, that didn't quite work. Let's try again. Okay, ringing Monty. Let's see if he's picking up. Hopefully he's got his earphones plugged in and his microphone. Let's see. Monty, are you there? Okay, it's just ringing, so I'm going to move on to the next one. Sorry, Monty, you miss out. Alexandre. So I'll accept Alexandre and do a call. Alexandre, you're up next. Hopefully you're there. So there's actually a lot of questions coming through here. I'm not sure if I'll be able to work my way through all of them. So we're ringing Alexandre. It's not working for him either. So I'm going to move on to the next person. Okay, so this is Cristofini. I'm going to accept Cristofini and do a call. I'm not sure why the previous two didn't work. Hopefully this one works. Cristofini, please pick up. It's ringing, Cristofini. All right. While I'm waiting, I'm going to just quickly clear my throat just a second. Oh, here we go. Cristofini, how are you? Can you hear me? I can hear you. So yes, you can hear me. You can speak if you want to. This is what this is designed to. I can hear you typing. Can't speak. Sorry, kids are sleeping. All right. Cristofini, just for the sake of keeping this simple, unless you can type really quickly, Okay, go on. It was just to be in YouTube. Okay, no, don't worry. All right, no worries, Christofini. All right, so these are only for live voice questions, everyone. So if you've got a live question, okay. So here we go. Next one is TKL. So let's TKL trading. Let's do a call. Excuse me. All right, ringing, and hopefully this one works as well. Let's find out. Ringing, ringing, ringing. Are you there, TKL trading? Okay, that one didn't work either. So I'm not sure if there's a technical issue here, but let's try Tony. Tony, hopefully you're there. All right, if you've got a question, so this is a voice question. Make sure you've got your headset and microphone ready to go, and we can chat. So hopefully Tony will answer this one, and we can answer. Tony, how you doing?
Hi, who's this?
It's Gideon.
Oh, sorry.
Tony,
I'm watching on YouTube and you've come through on Skype.
Right, did you want to ask a question on Skype?
Yes, I want to. No, hang on. I better stop the YouTube one because I'm getting feedback all over the place.
All right, sounds good.
Okay, hang on. I'm stopping YouTube. So, got you now. Yes,
Right.
my question is, and it came up in the chat as well on the side, Gideon. When we do the video ad, when we make a little video, it's okay to send them anywhere. As in, we could use an affiliate link. We could use anything.
You can't send them anywhere. They don't. YouTube and Google, they don't accept affiliate links.
Aha.
So, but you can send them to any site, really, if you want to. But I mean, obviously, you want to send them to your own site. You can send people to a YouTube video. You can send people to your YouTube channel. So YouTube, any link on YouTube, basically, can send them to your own site. Definitely no affiliate links. What you can do, though, I haven't done this myself, is you could set up your own site and then have your affiliate link on that site. So you'll be sending traffic to your own site and then have the affiliate link on your site. I'm not 100% sure what Google thinks about that. I haven't tried that myself yet, but that could be a workaround round for you. I mean, what they're looking for is basically a good user experience for their users. So if you have an ad that's just sent them to an affiliate link, you know, they don't like that as much. But if you're controlling the landing page and you make it nice, have some nice content on there, but have your affiliate link on there, that could work as well. But
So yeah, but just running with that, Gideon, then if I send them to my own site, would Google, YouTube have any thoughts on, let's say, if I sent them to a splash page and you had to sign up to see some content? Do they have any rules on that one?
They seem to be a bit less stringent on the YouTube ads at the moment, and it's just a guess. I'm thinking maybe they want to let more people in at the moment, but I know for Google AdWords, for example, they're quite strict about that. You can't just have a squeeze page, but I have definitely sent people to, if you go to splashio.com, for example, it's basically a squeeze page, but I do have a menu structure in there and some comments and things as well. So it's not just a squeeze without any links. And YouTube ads certainly accepted that, no problem. I've run many ads to that site without any problem. So have a look there as an example. It's splashio.com as a potential landing page idea for you.
That's fantastic. Look at this. What you're doing on this, you know, like I do webinars too, but I've never used this YouTube live event. This is fantastic.
It's awesome, isn't it?
And I don't know how you're keeping all the balls in the air, but how the hell are you getting Skype to come through on this?
With difficulty. It's
Okay.
easy. It's easy once you know, but it took me a while to figure it out. So
just pedal faster, okay?
right. The next level is to get you guys in on video. So maybe with the next call, I'll be able to do that.
That's fantastic. And thanks a lot. Bye.
All right. Thanks, Tony. Bye-bye. All right. I'm just noting it's about 10 minutes past the hour. So what I'd like to do now is I'm going to go over to the giveaways, and then I'll come back to the questions. I'm happy to keep on answering questions because there's a ton of questions here, and it's fun. So I'm going to keep doing it. Hopefully my voice holds for this. So let me just have a quick look at comments here to make sure there's no problem. Now, if my beautiful assistant is watching this, just got a very cool comment from Bill. It made me laugh. He said, I seem nervous. Just imagine we're all naked. There's certainly a bit of nervousness here, Bill, because all this technical stuff could go wrong. But thank you for letting me imagine you naked. That's definitely making a big difference. All right, I'm going to go ahead now. If you want to quickly leave your last comment there before I get my assistant to draw the prizes, or the giveaways at least, go ahead now. This is your last chance. Let me just flick this over to my slides so we see what's happening. Because I might have to just go back and forth. So we've been doing this a little bit. While we're waiting for, before we do the prizes, tell me, was this useful? I mean, I had a couple of people already say they're on Skype that they've loved it and they love the format. But what about you? Did you enjoy this? Did you get some great value from it? Would you like me to do it again? Give me some of your feedback there. I'd love to know what you think. Like this video, share it if you think it was worthwhile. Share it on different social media sites. I just a lot of this is an experiment, and I'm really interested in giving you a ton of value. And so I'd love to help. Love to hear what you think about this as well. Okay, so just a quick reminder before I do the draw. The next live event on YouTube ads, where I'll go into a bit more detail for how you can streamline it, how you can get results a lot faster, a lot bigger. Tuesday, August 26th, 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Saving Time in the USA. So mark that on your calendar right now. And the link for this is under step 2 in the description area. Okay. So, giveaway time. Now, I wonder if my beautiful assistant, yes, she has sent through... She has sent through the actual winners for the giveaways. So in this order, so prize 1, which was the intro, goes to the JDK production. Well done. So if you're one of the winners, please send us an email at support@splashio.com. So let me just put that on the screen as well for you. So for the winners, splashio.com. Just got my beautiful assistant here. Yes, I got the prizes. Thank you. So let me just create a new one. So support@splashio.com. For the winners of these things. Sorry, I should have had these in the slides. Let me just make this nice and big so you can see. So for the winners, oops, that's a bit too big. Let's get this in. Right. So for the winners, please send an email just to support@splashio.com. All right, let's see who's the next winner. The next winner, so this is for the second one, which is an intro and an outro. This goes to Business Connections Live. So if that's your YouTube handle, you've just gotten that. So first was the JDK production, then Business Connections Live wins the second one. And congratulations. And the third one is Donald Williams. So let me type this in here as well. So first goes to the JDK production. Second goes to Business Connections Live. And number 3 goes to, which is the Splashio pack, the biggest one, goes to Donald Williams. All right, so if you're one of the winners, please send an email to support@splashio.com. Back on my face. Now, there's a ton of questions still in Skype, so I might go through a few more and answer them for you. Looks like we've had a lot of interest in this particular topic, which I'm just thrilled to see. And so let's see if I can answer a few more for you right now. So let me make sure you can see my face. All right, I'm going to flick over to Skype and answer a few more. So hopefully you're there and we can have a chat. So next one is for Mark Baker. Mark Baker ringing. Hopefully you've got your microphone plugged in and also your earphones, so there's no feedback. Hopefully you're still there as well. Mark, how you doing?
Excellent. How are you? Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can. You're coming through very nicely.
Wonderful. Mine was a little bit of a side question. I just want to say I
Sure.
appreciate the walkthrough. I actually was able to set up an ad while I was listening to you talk about it.
Oh,
And
wow.
it was very, very nice. I haven't run it yet because I want to research a little more before I spend my money on there, but it was
Sure.
really simple. So thank you for that. A quick one, though. I've been following you for quite some time, but how do you record a screen, like, say, a smartphone or the Wear watch without getting reflection?
What do you mean?
You're the master of recording everything, so I've got like the Wear watch, and I can't seem to record it to continue with my plan on my smartphone stuff.com is where I write stuff.
Oh, right.
I can't incorporate my watch because I can't seem to record it without this. It's too bright for all my cameras, GoPros, smartphones, anything.
So you get a lot of reflection on the screen, basically, and so that
Yeah.
makes it a bit harder to record it.
Well, that is too bright, like the light itself.
Yeah. Well, if you've got a smartphone, there are ways of getting your smartphone screen on your computer, right? So while you're doing stuff on your smartphone, you can just record your screen. So I'm not sure what sort of smartphone you've got. If you're into
It's
that
just
area.
an Android. Could you speak specifically like to a small, like little watch? I don't know if you've got one of the Wear watches yet.
No, I don't. So is it a smartwatch? Is that what it is?
Exactly. It's just a smartwatch, tiny little screen, and I cannot record it. A quick one.
Okay, so probably what I would do is use maybe a better camera, so you don't have all this the lighting sort of stuff. So, like for example, my DSLR 60, my 60D Canon 60D DSLR camera, I don't need a lot of lights to be able to record something. So I'd imagine for a little watch, you can be in a normally lit room, use that nice camera that works well in low light conditions, and you won't have those reflections. I'm hoping I'm on the right track here. I'm not sure if you've tried that yourself yet, but is that what you're asking, Mark? Oh, Mark, looks like the call has dropped. Hopefully that's answered your question, but try using a different camera, a good camera in maybe an area where you don't have as much light reflecting off the different screens. So sorry that the call has dropped there. I'm not sure what happened, but let's try the next caller. So this one is from Mike, and let's give Mike a call. Mike Shell. So ringing. I should have a ringing sound here. In fact, I wonder, I could probably turn that on here actually, so that you guys can hear it. You might be able to hear it for the next one. Oh, here we go. So Mike's Shell, if you're there, pick up. I'm going to give it 2 more rings. 1 and 2. All right, so Mike, sorry you miss out. Maybe next time. Nick Evesky. All right, let's do this one. Here we go. Nick. I hope I pronounced that right. Okay. All right, I've got Nick with me. How you doing, Nick? Can you hear me? Nick, I've got you on Skype. Hello. There's something wrong, Nick. I can hear you. I'm not sure if you can hear me.
Yeah.
Maybe next time. You can hear me?
No, I can hear you. I can hear you. I had just.
You might have to just turn down your computer sound a little bit.
Yep. Hold on a second.
Okay.
Okay. I'm back. I can't hear you, but I think the question I had is how to do optimization of the ads, and I'm going to hang up right now.
Okay, optimization of the ads. So, so Nick, I'm sorry if you can't hear me. Just by the way, if you want to ask a question, it's best if you've got some earphones with a microphone that you can plug into your computer, and then just turn down the volume of the video on YouTube, and so that you can still hear me on Skype. So tips on optimization. Great question. There's basically 3 ways you can optimize your video ads. The first one is looking at your cost your bidding cost, so you can increase that or decrease that. So that's the first area where you can optimize. So for example, you can look at all the videos that you've targeted, see any ones that are not. That's the next one. But basically, you can change the bid cost, so you can increase or decrease that. The next thing you can optimize is with your placements or your targeting. So you can, for example, go into AdWords for YouTube and look at the videos that are not working well, and just pause them or turn them off. And then for the ones that are working well, you drive them up more. And then the third area of optimization is your actual video ad. So if your video ad is not getting enough clicks or not enough views, whatever, maybe you've got to look at improving your video ad. So improve your targeting. You can add new targets as well. So it's actually 4 areas. You can improve your targeting, play around with the bidding cost, pause placements, and is that 3 or 4? I'm getting confused now. I've gone through them. I can't remember what I've just said. Sorry, my brain's a little bit of overload here. So hopefully that's answered your question. It is quite a big topic, so I might create another call just on optimizing your ads in the future. So great question. Thank you very much. So another question from Frank. So let's see, Frank. Not another question. First question. Let's see if Frank is there. Frank Tornator. Okay, let's see what this question is. Frank, how you doing?
Hi, Gideon. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
I just want you to know that I'm a big fan. I've been following you for a long, long time.
Oh, brilliant. That's really great to hear. Do you have a question?
They already answered my question. I just want to point out that I was watching this week a marketer here in London who was talking about the advertising. The advertising you get before you watch the video.
Mm-hmm.
And they have the skip button on.
Yes.
And they keep telling us that if the people who are watching that type of video just skip it, the people who place the ad doesn't have to pay for it.
That's correct.
That's wonderful. I'm glad that. I wonder if you can explain in some video in the future a bit more about that, Gideon.
Sure. No, you might have missed that while I was talking about it. I'm not sure if my connection dropped during that time, but I did cover it in the presentation, Frank.
Okay, wonderful. I'll watch the video.
Yeah, I'll just go over it. Basically, if they some people, it can get a bit confusing, but basically, you only pay for a view if people have watched your ad for longer than 30 seconds.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Unless your video ad is shorter than 30 seconds, and if they watch your whole video, then you pay for that. You pay for a view for that.
That's great, because this person here, they have shown that some of the advertisers, they just made the video just for 30 seconds and tells the people to just skip it.
Correct. Yes. So if you get people to either click on your video or click the skip button before 30 seconds is up, then you essentially don't pay for that view, and you can get a click for free, essentially.
Wonderful. Okay, well, I appreciate it. I just wanted to keep up the good work. This is amazing.
All right.
I'm very, very excited about it.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Frank.
Thank you, Gideon.
Thanks for the call. Okay.
Take care. Bye-bye.
All right, got a few more here. Next one. Wow, this is a wrong Skype name. I'm just going to call this person. Let's see. So this is Alf Christer Backstromgroup.com. So it's ringing. Hopefully we can get you on the call. All right. How are we doing, Tom? I think I might do this until past and then bring this call to an end. Otherwise, it just gets too long. So Alf Christer Backstrom, it's ringing. If you're there, pick up. I'd love to hear what your question is. Give you a couple more rings. 1, 2. Okay, so he's not there. I'm going to move on to the next person. Philippe, Rene, Armand. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that correctly. So you're up next. I love your profile picture, by the way. Philippe, Rene. Okay, ringing. Let's see if he's there. Isn't this fun? If you're having fun, let me know in the comments area. Okay. Let's see. Let's see if he's there. He's not there. Not answering at least. So Philippe, I'm sorry. You got to be there if you want to ask a question. All right. So I'm just going to go through these. So Stephen Bryant. Let's see if you're there. connecting with Stephen Bryant. Okay, let's see if Stephen's there. Maybe everyone's left already. Maybe I should bring this call to an end right now. There's still quite a few more questions, so I'll go through them quickly. Okay, so Stephen, if you are there, I'm not getting you to pick up, so I'm going to close this one as well. Move on to the next question. So what I'm thinking is probably what's happening is people have either gone to work or gone home or gone to bed or forgot that they sent me a message on Skype. So John Rognerud, you're up next. Hopefully you're there. So just calling John. Let's see. Excuse me. So that one is not connecting. I'm not sure. Oh, John, are you there?
The person whom you're trying to reach is currently unavailable.
Okay.
Please.
So John is unavailable. So sorry about that, John. Let's see if this person is there. This is a bit interesting. Okay, so maybe I'll say next time that, only really get into Skype if you really want to ask a question. Okay, so AMC Italy, you're up next. So also that one's struggling to connect, just like the previous one. You know what? After this, I'm going to try 2 more. And if it doesn't work, then I'm going to bring it all to an end. Okay. All right, that one didn't work either. So, okay. Stan. Right, Stan, let's see. Now, Stan, I actually had on... Stan was one of the winners of a previous training call that I had. And we had a lovely conversation about his business. So, Stan, hopefully you're there and we can have another chat. And this will be the last one. And I'll bring the call to an end. Stan, how you doing?
Oh, hi again, Gideon. I can barely hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. So you can go ahead and ask your question.
Okay. Well, this is a very, very... Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, I can hear you on my...
All right, just go ahead. The live stream on YouTube is about 30 seconds delayed. But on Skype, you can already ask your question if you're ready.
Whoop, I'm still on. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Stan.
Okay, well, I've got a very interesting technical phenomenon here that I can't understand. I use announce my speed on a PC. Oh, hi. Can you hear me?
Yes. Keep going. Keep going.
This is really... Okay.
So there's probably a bit of a delay here. I'm not sure, Stan, if you're listening to me on YouTube. You should be just listening to me on Skype for this particular call. I might bring this one to an end if there's a technical issue, unless you can hear me on Skype right now. Otherwise, it's going to be too hard.
Something's funny here.
All right, Stan, I think I'm going to have to bring this one to an end. I'm so sorry about that. But hey, this was an interesting experiment, wasn't it? Perhaps next time I'll be a bit maybe clearer on the instructions for Skype. This was an experiment, so it worked about 60%, I would say. But it was great being able to talk to you guys live on the call. Let me just make sure I've covered everything for you guys. So giveaway time. Yeah, basically that's it. Thank you so much. There's